Let's get straight into the video. Sorry for the late recap. I've been busy as heck today, boy. 6:50 p.m. Week done. So, with that being said, let's break down the trade I took today. What was done right, what was done wrong, and what we can learn from it. So coming into the day, I was leaning pretty bearish just because of all the sell-off we had seen here. Had London high put in here, and then towards open, we were just seeing lower prices. We had slipped out the sell side liquidity level here, and then I believe that we wanted to target a weekly low as our main draw on liquidity. I thought it was rather obvious. We were about 150 points away from it. So if that bearish bias held, I was going to be definitely interested in looking to target it. So yeah, that was my kind of framework thought process coming into the morning. Looking at the trade we took, brother, I gotta go all the way back. Looking at the trade we took, at market open, boom, right away. We put in an SMT, started seeing a sell-off. I was looking to get involved on either ES or NQ, but as you can see, we just ended up selling off very efficiently, not seeing any retracement. Same thing over here on ES, not seeing any retracement lower. So I was not able to get involved in anything. But since we had taken this pre-market low on both ES and NQ, and the internal sell side liquidity levels also taken on ES, there was no longer any sell side liquidity at all, or any SMT at, sorry, any bullish SMT to the upside, and the only sell side liquidity level remaining was that weekly low on NQ, which I believed was going to be the draw. So what was I looking for? I saw this big displacement candle back up, and I was like, okay, that's neat. I want to try to see if there's anything above it. What do I see? I see this 1 minute bearish for value up here, so I put my limit here. Looking back, honestly, best case scenario. First off, I wanted to initially get involved off of here if we saw a retracement before we sold off 100. But obviously this is the most ideal entry, but again, I was wanting to get involved and I had good reason to do so because we had retraced back up to here. Looking back, could have gone like this maybe. Tapped into this fair value gap. That would have given us an extra, like, I don't know, $100, I think. But yeah, entered here, was stop above the SMT protected high because if my model and my bias was right, we shouldn't need to go back to that SMT high. I was very confident at this point. I'm like, this is A plus for sure. What do we see? Boom, we see some chop here. Price comes down, taps his bullish PPR, fully mitigates it. Wicks start going higher, bodies closing higher. With this candle here, we saw even more retracement. And yeah, at this point, I'm like, dang, I'm probably going to get stopped. And I was okay with that. I was going to call it a day, was going to get off and be done for the day. What ends up happening? Boom, we kind of respect this 1 minute inverse fair value gap. I'll get rid of that though, because I didn't take the trade off of that. And then we start seeing a sell-off back lower. And boom, at this point right here, I'm like, okay, I kind of want to get out at break even. And this will just be not wanting to lose the trade, not wanting to end the week down. And that was just fear of losing, even though I have like 12 trades in a row I can lose with my risk profile. And I risk that much because I want to be okay with losing. So that was a little silly, but luckily and unluckily, I had myself at break even. I realized what I just said, that this was due to fear. So on my Apex accounts, I moved it down. Boom, moved it back. But on my Lucid accounts, I'll pause it 1 second. On my Lucids, I got stopped at break even. It won't show, but I got stopped at break even. So I only made like $30 on those today because I didn't have time to move it back lower. And then over on Apex, I didn't move it lower. Therefore, it allowed me to keep my position going. We see a huge dump here. Boom, 3 candles just completely selling off towards the risk-free point. A little like right here, I was risk-free because I'm like, okay, there's absolutely no way. We disrespect the 1 minute BPR. We're 100% going to take that internal low. So boom, I'm risk-free. And then we're just looking to target lower towards that sell side liquidity level. My weekly draw, no more, no less. Boom, smacked it, 1 to 2.1. And yeah, looking back, pretty great trade here. Obviously, there could and would have been better entries, but would have had to hold and potentially miss getting involved. So I'm okay with that. And yeah, at the end of the day, it was a great trade. Made $450. I took 2 contracts, made $450 with fees or whatever on the Apexes, on all 6 of them. And then if I took it on the Lucids, that would have been $450. That would have been a $4,500 day. But because I was a little fearful, I moved my stop to break even, like right here. Thankfully, I'm honestly not even mad, because let's say it was flipped and I was able to hit the win on Lucid and got break even on Apex. That would have sucked because the Apexes are real. So yeah, but we gotta look back, just realize, okay, bro, I'm okay with taking losing trades. Just gotta make sure my model's present. In this case, it was beautifully present. I was thinking A plus. I waited to see everything I needed to. Got involved, applied risk, and yeah. But that's my trade for today. Now I kind of want to go into more of the kind of technical side of things, and I will shoot on over to the Apexes to do that. First off, a look at my trade path here. Pretty good week Monday. Not even sure. I can't remember. It's kind of bad. Tuesday had a loss. Wednesday bang dub. Thursday bang dub. And then today full size win. And that's the biggest thing I want to touch on. We need full size wins, bro. Because let's see, full size loss. Basically full size loss. Basically full size loss. Partial win. Full size win. Partial win. And then full size wins. So only 2 full size wins, bro. And in honestly, most of these, it was great. Like in these past 2, I closed perfectly. We would have given bid break even or fully stop out, so I'm not complaining. But just when the time is right and when the conditions are present to get a full size win, bro, that's all you have to do. Absolutely great. Coming into the remainder of the month, only have 2 more days. And if y'all recall, I wanted to see where we'd end at the end of March. So we'll see what happens Monday, Tuesday. We could check the news real quick, but then I'll dive into the actual Apex accounts and then talk about that for a little, then we'll wrap it up. So yeah, we can check all of next week's news. What the? Powell at 10:30. It's probably gonna be a little funky. Jolts at 10. 8:30. Nothing crazy. 10. Next week's pretty heavy news week, so that'll be interesting. So yeah, that'll be good, bringing some volatility. But right now I want to dive into, first we could touch on Lucid. As I said, I'm risking 250 max per trade. Gives me 8 trades in a row I can lose, so don't need to worry about that. Just continue focusing on taking high quality setups, and that literally won't happen. We're at 50, still need 2,500, no big deal. Kind of what I'm wanting to do, hold on, let me hide the Apexes. Kind of what I'm wanting to do here, as you can see, all of the accounts here, is since we see that we're 2,500 away on the Lucids, what I'm wanting to do is, we could see, I guess, cash amount. We'll look at cash amount, boom, 52.9. All of these need to be 54.1 to take a 2K payout each. So how much is that on this? That's 1.15K here, 1.4, 1.5, 1.7, 1.4, and 1.2. So I'd say average that out, 1,500. So need to make roughly 1,500 per account. And then we go back over here. If we make 1,500 per account, the accounts are only at 52K, which I'm thinking will be great mentally, just because I'm going to be like, okay, trading the Lucids, trying to get them past. When they're to that 52K mark, I'll have a fat payout on Apex and still need to trade 1K and profit on Lucid. So it'll just give me that much more cushion and comfortability, which is nice. And then looking at the drawdown here, 28, 26, 25, 25 flat, 26 and 28. So have 10 trades in a row I can lose. So that's a really good thing to know. And yeah, even with the 250 risk, like today we made 450. That was a full-size winner though. Literally only need 3 full-size winners in a row, I guess. Or 3 net. We need to net 3 full-size winners, and then boom, that's 12K. But that's all I got for today. Thank you all for watching. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know how your guys' week was. If you have anything you want me to go over or talk about, drop it in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Sunday night. Peace.